Namaste, my beautiful queens, my beautiful kings. Some of you call me a spiritual teacher. Some of you say this to about me. My beautiful goddesses, goddesses and gods and goddesses. I have never called myself a spiritual teacher. I am not a spiritual teacher. I am a twin flame, yes, and I did read a lot of books. I did a lot of researches, and I'm still doing, and still tons and tons and billions of things which I don't know. It's just what I learn the hard way. I try to share with you so you don't have to go the hard way. Then you at least have a choice to go a hard way and really hit every bump there, or try to choose the easier way. I don't claim to be a coach. I don't claim to be a spiritual teacher. I am a philosopher, yes. I because it's my actually one of my degrees. I have masters in philosophy, and philosophy in the country where I got education, in Odessa State University by Mechnikov. It includes everything under the sun, because philosophy faculty included history, theology, religions, theosophy, theology, anthropology, sociology, psychology, and so on, you name it, so on and so on and so on. So my videos, when I'm trying to tell you something, it's just me sharing from all my heart, sharing what I've learned from books, from articles, from lectures, from everything. I'm just sharing it with you, and I'm trying to help. I'm trying to give you some information which you can use or are able to use to help yourself. I really, I'm this burning soul firebird in a world of spirits. They call me firebird because I really burn, and I really want to make that change. And so in this video, what I want to do, beautiful queens, kings, I well, I am burning. Well, it's natural, right? You're a twin flame. You're a flame, right? You're burning, so you have to be burning. There are 22 rules of a happy life. I have written here, and I will show each one of you and explain it, each one of them. This was these 22 rules were put together by extremely gifted, extremely educated psychologist, whose name is Michail Litvak, if I am not wrong. He put it all to. I'm sorry. Michail Litvak is another thing. Michail Litvak. So he's a Russian. So he had written. He's a psychologist. He's a psychiatrist. He's a writer. He had written 30 bestsellers of practical psychology, which people could apply in everyday life. And these are the 22 rules which he mentioned. So I decided to share them with you because I think this can be very helpful. And I will explain each one of them to you. And I hope, as always, I always hope that some of you, at least some of you, will apply these rules to your life and would be able to live up to your maximum potential. So we're gonna talk about first 4, my beautiful queens and my beautiful kings. Number 1, happiness cannot be a goal, because happiness is like when I become happy. People are seeing happiness in different things. Some people see them in material thing. Some people see, I become rich, and this is called American dream, to become rich, famous, and powerful. I've loved the expression of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey said, I wish every single person became famous and very rich and very powerful. So then you understand when it's not the case. Another famous actor said, it is lonely on the top. It is lonely on the top. So no matter how much of material wealth you have, power you have, it is not bringing the happiness, because the problem or the blessing is that material things, we are not material beings. I already explained to you many times the physical, non-physical body. The physical body is the tiniest one of all of our bodies. I showed you an example of Matryoshka. So happiness is inside, and you need to learn, and it's so hard in this old paradigm. You need to learn to enjoy life and enjoy little things. Enjoy the process. Enjoy, I don't know, the new candle, a new deck of tarot. Enjoy. It is so easy to fall into this dark night of a soul, and because there is another expression, what you take for granted, some people can't even dream about. There is this a man whose last name is Vucic. He was born without legs and hands and legs. No hands, no legs. And he built a beautiful family. He's motivational speaker. There is a young man who plays piano without having fingers. It's just so many examples, and we constantly whining, his guy. It's all about the guy, all about a man. And I'm guilty of it. Don't take me wrong, that I'm so smart, I'm always on high frequency vibrate. I'm just the same way as all of you, and of course as a twin flame, I do go like this, and I'm like, once in a while I'm gonna be sitting looking up the sky thinking, he's such an idiot or whatever. I can blame him, sorry, my phone, I can blame him, I can blame myself, I can blame the forces, I can blame everything under the sun. So number one, happiness cannot be a goal. Don't run after the happiness. You cannot find happiness in a man if you're a man, in a woman. You cannot find happiness in another being. You cannot find happiness in material things. Happiness is inside. You can teach yourself, get there. You can train yourself to learn to feel that joy and happiness inside, to enjoy life. Yes, it is not always easy, but this requires work, and it's worth it. Number two, stop depending on what others think or say about you. Just please stop. If you are happy with you are satisfied what you have done, what you have achieved, you are a good, smart girl or guy, please this is such a waste of energy. It is some people, especially famous people, are really dependent on it. Some famous people sacrifice sacrifice their lives, sacrifice love, sacrifice everything. So just everybody think about them as ideal, whatever, ideal man, ideal woman. Stop depending on what others think or say about you. This will make your life completely a different story. Number 3, do not wait, do not accept. Do you see anything? Do not wait, do not expect. Do not wait for somebody to love you or give you attention or give you care. Do not wait, do not expect. If someone wants to give you love out of the goodness of their heart, the good, you don't have to ask me to do these videos, right? These are free videos, and I do it, I give it to you because I want to share this information, because I believe it can be useful for some of you, because I believe this is important. It makes me feel good, because it makes me feel that maybe I make a difference in somebody's life. So if someone wants to give you something out of their love towards you, or their adoration towards you, or their goodness of their heart towards you, they will come to you and give it to you. If you're gonna wait for someone to give you something, you're gonna waste time and expect. Where the pain comes from, especially love relationship, you expect him to, and starts call you, come to you, divorce his wife, marry you, propose to you, buy you a diamond ring, take you to Paris, buy you, I do not know what, a car and a part. Expectations. When you have expectations and he doesn't do what you expect, it hurts. If he does it, let him do it because he wants to, because of his love towards you, because his adoration towards you, not because you expect him to do it. If you expect him to do it, he's not gonna do it even if he wants you, just from being stubborn mule. Do not wait, do not expect. Better do it yourself if you have to. Number 4, use your knowledge on practice. Please, some people have beautiful theory, but they don't use it on practice. If you get the knowledge, whatever knowledge you get, just put it into practice. Use what you find out in your own life. Number 5, plan, have goals and dreams. I do not remember who said that, but I read it in Russian somewhere. If you have a dream, run towards your dream. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, just lie down, but lie down with your head in the direction of your dream. Please have a plan in life. I am so it kind of upsets me. I just want to get married. I get these emails every day. I just want to get married. No, it's like, why you want to get married? What kind of a man you want to marry? How you want your marriage to be? Do you want it to be a partnership of 2 equal parts? Or I just want to get married a nice guy? That's it. This is all you want in life. You just want to marry a nice guy, and this is all you want to be. So this just your society and people around you don't ask you when you're going to be married, on why you're not married. As long as you live just to satisfy what neighbors and relatives are talking about you, you are a slave and you are a prisoner. You are in a cage of either family, society, or whatever. Have a plan, have goals, have dreams, but don't just dream, I will become a #1 Hollywood or Bollywood movie star and I'm gonna be a next Miss Universe, but you are 250 pounds pounds overweight, you're sitting on a couch eating chips. If you have the dream, then put actions there. Don't just dream, have a plan. If you have a dream to become the world bestseller writer, then just write something. Don't just dream, I'll become the world bestseller writer. Write a novel, write 2 or write 3. If you want to become a movie star, then take courses of acting and go to the school of acting or directing or whatever comes with movies. Just when you have a goal, please have a plan, have a goal, have dreams, and do something about it. Please do something about it. Another thing I want to please beg you, don't try everything not to be fully dependent on somebody. If you have a husband and you have to come to your husband, even if you have to buy yourself I don't know, the hairpins, and you have to ask him for money for that. Try not to be in a situation when you fully, absolutely dependent on the guy. Be your own queen, no matter if you have husband and he makes a good money. Have some income as a hobby, as something you're having fun about. Have a hobby. Have a goal what comes to this hobby. Maybe you can start painting, or maybe you can start learning Chinese and just for communication with Chinese speaking people, whatever. Just don't be just this servant of a man. It's just ridiculous. It's I want to get married, and then you what do? You're gonna just be serving after your guy. That's all your goal. This is why you have come into this world. This is why you incarnated. This is why you have your talents, your unique light, so you can be just servant of a man and your children. No, you came with more than that. So have a plan, have goals, have dreams, move towards them. Number 6, you are your best friend and you are your worst enemy. You are your best friend when you teach yourself self-value, self-acceptance, and self-respect. And you are your worst enemy when you bring yourself down, when you yourself tell yourself that you're not worth of nothing, you're useless, worthless. And also when you allow others to treat you the way less than you deserve, then you can be your best friend and you can be your worst enemy. So just be, please, your best friend. Number 7, you are not a golden dollar. I don't know if there is a golden dollar. They say silver dollar. I wrote gold. So you're not a silver dollar. You don't have to be loved by everybody. Please forget this, that this person doesn't love me. But why? What I ever have done to him? I always done only good things to them. Why? You are not okay, let's say golden coin, so everybody would love you. There is not a being in the whole universe so everybody would love you. There will be always someone who's gonna hate you and someone who's gonna not like you. Just some will hate you because you shine too much. Their demons will hate your angels. So you don't thrive to be loved by everybody. This leads you nowhere. You are not a dollar. You don't have to be loved by everybody. Number 8, pay your bills. What does it mean? Try not to owe nothing to nobody. Not karmically, not money-wise, not anyhow. If you know a person had given you something, then you feel you feel obligated to give back, then give back. If you try not to owe money to somebody, try not to owe services to somebody, try not to owe nothing to anybody. Just try not to do this. You owe to yourself. But if you know for sure that karmically or materially or whatever you owe something to somebody, try to pay it back. Number 9, dream but put actions to it. I have already said that. Please have dreams and put actions to it. 10, depression. Depression is, of course, it's darkness. It's this dark night of the soul. But at the same time, believe it or not, there is another expression. When you hit the bottom, you can only go up, because you cannot go deeper into the bottom of the ocean. It's just, you hit the bottom, you can just go up. So don't suppress the feeling of sadness, the feeling of depression. It is hard, it is unpleasant, but at the same time, depression and sadness and this dark night of the soul shakes you and forces you look inside of yourself. It forces you face yourself and look inside of yourself, so you know what makes you move forward and what tries to stop you to move forward. Depression makes you see it. Number 11, listen to your enemies. This is an interesting one. When you talk to your friends, it's very pleasant. But they say when you talk to your enemies, you can find out something new about yourself. So sometimes it's more useful to listen to your enemies. Next one, my favorite. Book is the best advisor. I always said, anything worth of anything is in the books. Books have all the answers. Power is knowledge. Book is the best advisor. Number 13, do not waste time. It's priceless. If you do something, please try to, even if you rest, even in your leisure time, try to do something which would be beneficial for your mind, for your heart, for your joy, or for your body. Number 14, relationship is for progression, not a regression. Relationship, if you are in a relationship which are dragging you down, then this relationship have to be out of your life. If relationship are complicated, similar to twin flames, but which are very rare, but at the same time it's complicated, but it kicks you in the butt, I'm sorry my language, and constantly makes you improve yourself and move forward, then you can keep. I mean, their twin flames don't have much of a choice. They are in it, even if they are involved with soulmates, but on a soul level, of course, they are involved with that one they share one soul with. But the bottom line, whoever it is, if this relationship are dragging you down emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, or whatever, and romantic relationship, even if it's not a romantic relationship, if they're dragging you down, you got to get this relationship out of your life. Next one, 15, do not be afraid of people. Some are afraid of people. Not everyone has dark thoughts about you. Do not be afraid of people. Number 16, do not waste time proving something to a fool, because fool is sure of his idiocy and his stupidity. If you see in front of you someone who you can't prove nothing, just, in this case, I already told you, I give them a book and I walk away. This case, in my life, this was religious people who are in the cages of monotheistic religions. It's like you can't prove them absolutely nothing. He's in this cave. He lives in this cave or in this cage, absolutely sure that nothing else exists. So in this case, sorry, that dog is barking always about something. Do not waste time proving something to somebody who doesn't want to listen to you, or who is a fool is convinced in their truth. Give them a book, or tell them you can read it in such and such book. Maybe write it down on something and walk away. Don't waste your time. Number 17. Do not be afraid of loneliness. Nothing is better than loneliness, because it's better to be alone than to be with somebody who's destroying you emotionally, physically, and spiritually. The people who are not afraid of being alone are spiritually mature, because you can be much more productive for your life when you are with yourself than you are with just somebody, because you don't want to be alone. Next one, share your joy. Share your joy. Share your joy with friends. Share your joy with those who love you. Probably with even people who don't know you. I once gave myself a goal of making people smile just randomly in a grocery store or on a street. I would tell something to people just to make them smile, and the more smiles I've got in a day, the happier I was. Try to share your joy with others. Number 19, nobody stops you. You are the one who stops you from everything. Between you and your dreams, there is you. There is you, your doubts and fears. You stop you. So don't be you who stops you. Be you who inspires you. Number 20, FUCK, the critics. So I can say this word. I just try not to. So the critics. The critics are everywhere. You know, I always was amazed by this profession, like critic. It's a profession. For example, a movie critic. So it took a year to make this movie and $90 million. So critic takes himself a cup of coffee, turn on his laptop and watches the movie, drinks his coffee, and he didn't put any efforts in making it. He didn't put any money in making it. He didn't work 18 hours a day in making it. But then the critic says that he has the right to criticize. It can be a good movie. It can be a bad movie. But in my opinion, you have to be involved in a process in order to criticize it. Why do you think you can criticize if you didn't do it? So critics, for example, a movie, they criticize it and put a star rating. There are 2 stars, 3 stars. This is not a freaking hotel. This is a movie. Why do you put stars there? And they do the same about books, or they do the same about anything. It's like you are a critic, someone who put 20, 30 years into doing this has to bring it to you, and you can say, well, I like it, I give it 2 stars a hotel, or I give it 5 stars. Give me a break. So the critics, just don't even look into that. 21, praise yourself. Praise yourself. Do not ever stop praising yourself. Freaking look in a mirror and just say, I say I am Priyanka Chopra. Lately, I am so adoring this woman. Somebody sent me a video with her motivational speech. I absolutely didn't know she tells motivation speeches, but a friend of mine sent me her YouTube video and wrote me, listen to her. And I read, why do I need to listen to her? And she wrote me, she talks just like you. I'm like, she talks just like me? And I started to listen to her. I was like, yeah, man, she does talk like she actually talks like me. I looked into her life, into her journey through life. Of course, as a psychic, I read of her and why. My goodness, what a woman. A woman who was capable to take the pain inside, a heartbreak inside, turning into a global success. And you take your broken heart, you have two ways. You can just go into the cave, spend the time in a Buddhist monastery crying over your broken heart, or you can turn that pain into the fuel and become a global icon. This is what she did, and that's why I admire her endlessly. She's like my hero. I don't have idols and heroes, but she really deeply so impressed me. So look in the mirror, praise yourself, praise yourself, praise yourself for anything, for being able to be strong, for being able to cook breakfast, for being able to kiss your kid in a nose and that you have that kid, for being able to, for anything. Just praise yourself for anything, please, and do it at least 15 minutes a day. I just want you to start doing it 15 minutes a day, every day. Number 22, learn to live your life in joy. What does it mean? Live for yourself. If you are an example for your children how to sacrifice yourself and be a slave, this is how your children will grow up and will sacrifice their joy for others. Do you want it? Teach your children to be happy. But in order to teach your children to be happy, you need to teach yourself before. Be happy. Do not feel guilty when you are enjoying. Why we were taught and brought up to feel guilty for our own joy? Learn. Teach yourself to live for yourself and to enjoy and not to feel guilty for your own joy. These are 22 rules of happy life. Queens and kings, I hope it was helpful for at least some of you. I am wishing you all the best. And always remember, what comes to relationship, actions of a man determine his love. No actions, no love. He's out of your life. You are with the one who is ready to appreciate you and love you as much as you appreciate and love them. Equal partners makes happiness. Namaste.